this is debjoysmeak from Delight of My Art, and I am your local Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Williamston, Michigan, mid-Michigan. And I have a really cool project for you today. I've been creating for my Easter retreat in a box, and this was some new paper that we're going to be using if this is included in our retreat. And I saw some of these patterns and just thought this has to be made into a basket. So let me show you these real quick. Let me just take my face away. All right, so look at these cool patterns. And this is a unique designer series paper package because you get 3 each of the designs instead of 2 each of 6 different designs. And they're nice and neutral. So you have these patterns, and then on the back side, you have some more just natural tones. This one's hard to see on the video, but it's more like a linen. There, you can kind of see it a little bit better. So that's this one. And then this one has kind of like a woven rug kind of texture. And then it's got this cool weave on the back. This one's kind of like I'm not sure how to describe that one. It's like a burlap, that's it. And then we've got some cool woven textures on this side. And then this is the one that really had me thinking, look at this. It looks like a basket, but wait. The other side looks like the inside of a basket. And this was just screaming to me, make me into a basket. And so we're going to do that together with this piece. So let's go ahead and put these. This is the Woven Textures designer series paper, by the way. And so we're going to do it with this one, and it's going to turn into, this is the one we're going to make for our Easter project. Isn't this so cute? We have scripture verses in here for inspiration and encouragement. That is all included in our Easter retreat. But look at the inside of the basket. Oh, isn't that not the coolest thing? So it looks like the inside of a basket because we have this piece centered right in the middle. This is just stunning, right? So this, I gotta put all these little things back in the basket. Actually, we'll just stick it off to the side. So let's go ahead and show you how to make this. And if you're interested in getting the Easter retreat in a box, message me and I can send you the sign up link for that. If you're in my email, then you will probably be sent that. And if you're watching this another year or later on when this paper isn't available anymore, you can make this with any neutral paper, any color really, any 12 by 12. So we're going to show you how to do that. But especially with the direction. You can see on this side, we have a weave that's kind of running this way. And if you can see in this basket, we have the weave going this way, and on the front side, it's still going this way. So we have to cut this in such a way so that you have that weave going the right way. I mean, if you do it wrong, it'll still look really cool, but we want to do it the right way. So this is how to do that. And if you're included in the Easter retreat, you will see the diagram of all of the cutting instructions plus your printed tutorials. If you're just interested in just the tutorials, I do have that option as well. It's only $25 for that, $85 for the retreat in a box. So we're going to put this in, and you can see all of these many going this way. And your double lines are going this way. So you have your double lines here, and then all of the weaving is going this way. So this is how you want this to be oriented in your trimmer, and you're going to cut off 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on this side. So let's put that in track here. We're going to save those pieces for the handle. You do want to do 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on this side, only because we want to keep this centered. So we're going to do 1 inch on both of those sides. I did see this video. This is not my own creation for doing this basket. I saw this from a video 5 years ago posted by Scrapbooking with Me Crafts. And I thought it was marvelous. So I thought we should have a play with this paper because it's just so cool. Okay, so now we have a side that's 12 inches by 10 inches. So we are going to go, let's see, we have the 12-inch side at the top. We're going to score at 2, 4, 8, and 10. So let's go over here to 2. And be careful when you're scoring designer series paper because you can tear it if you're too heavy-handed. You can always rescore it if it's not, if you can't see it enough, but you definitely don't want to rip it. So 2 and 4. In fact, if you don't want to take the arm out, you can just turn this around and do 2 and 4 on the other side. But it's 2, 4, and 8 and 10. Two, 4, 8, and 10. Happy spring, everyone. It's going to be in the 70s this week here in mid-Michigan. I'm super excited, but I'm going to be in North Carolina here tomorrow for the Stampin' Up convention. So super excited about that. Now we're going to turn it. It doesn't matter which way because this is, we just want the 10-inch side at the top. So 10-inch side at the top, we're going to score at 3 and 7. So 3 inches in from each side. 3. And 7. We should probably have scored this all on the opposite side because we're going to be folding inwards instead of outwards. Oh well. So that's okay. So we have our everything scored. If you get the tutorial, you'll see this diagram. You'll be able to see it a little bit better on there. Now I have score lines coming this way, right? 2 over here and 2 over here. And we have that 3 and 7-inch here. So we're going to cut up to that 3-inch mark on those 2 score lines. And then on these 2 score lines. They're incredibly hard to see on here, but I can feel them. I could use my scissors to do this, but I'm going to use my trimmer because it has a ruler on it and I can feel where the things are. So I think this will be the easiest way. We're going to go again at 2 and 4. So 2, place it in at 2, and I can feel my score line here, and I can also see it on my trimmer. If you have the Stampin' Up trimmer, you can see this 3-inch line right here. So I know that I have to stop here, but also when I close my blade, I have a 3-inch on my ruler as well. So I'm going to cut with my paper at 2 inches down to that 3-inch mark, holding my ruler so that my paper doesn't slide anywhere. So I've cut 2 inches, or I'm sorry, 3 inches in at that 2-inch line. We're going to scoot this over to 4. Let me get my scoring blade out of the way. All right, again, I can feel this here and I can see the line here and I can see my 3 inches here. We're going to, and we have our paper in at 4 inches. We're going to cut down to the 3-inch. It's a little bit hard to see because I can't put my head over the top there. And then we're going to go over again to 8. We're not doing any notching, so you don't have to worry about any notching. We want full flaps. So we got 2 flaps here. We're going to do 2 more on this side. So again, I can't see my line on this side, but again, we have our ruler here. By the way, if you have the Stampin' Up trimmer, you can put some tear and tape just on the inside of your blade here, and it helps you to be able to see all these numbers a little bit better. That's a nice tip that I learned. So 8 inches over here. And then we're going to cut up, and I can feel the line, and I'm going to watch my ruler down to 3 inches. And again at 10. Feel my line. In fact, I could even close this on the 3. I can have it kind of propped open. You can see my thumb holding it up. I'm going to close this while that's at the 3. And then I can just slide it up. That's even easier. So now we have our flaps on this side. We'll just turn it around and do the exact same thing again. So 2, 4, 8, and 10. Can feel my line down to 3 inches. 4. Can have it at the 3 and just close it. Zoop. 8. Down to the 3. And 10. Helps that everything's kind of symmetrical. All right, we're gonna close that on the 3 and scoot it up. All right, so that's all of the cutting that we need to do. Let's go ahead and get this piece out of the way. All right, so now we have the start of our basket, excuse me, and we want to do some folding. So we're gonna fold all of those flaps up because that's the direction we want our basket to go. Isn't this so cool? I love this paper. I want a whole stack of just this paper. I'm so glad that they put 3 of these in this paper pack because I'm gonna have to order another whole sheet. I hope these don't go on back order or unorderable after this video. I feel like they will. So you're gonna be like, oh, that's the best thing I've ever seen. I need to make this. All right, so here, and then we have this one and this one. So we have those 2, and then this line. It's easy to see because of the flaps here. Okay, so here is the start of our basket. So what we're going to do is take one of these flaps. This is our front or the back, either way. We're going to take this one and we're going to take these first 2 flaps. And these are going to cross in the front until those corners touch, just like that. You want them to kind of be even. You don't want them all cattywampus over here or over here. You want them to be as centered as possible, like that. I'm going to hold this here and kind of place this down just so I can maybe mark this with a pencil. I had a pencil before. Let me go grab my pencil. I think that will help. Just a moment. My pencil. Okay. All right, I think this will help us find exactly where to put the glue. All right, so we have those 2 pieces touching like that. I'm just going to place this down and move this out of the way so you can see. So the corner of this piece is almost to the edge of this card right here. So I'm going to draw a little line right here. This is going to get cut off, by the way. And we're going to draw a line here. I'm going to draw a line over here. And we're going to draw a line on this little corner, this little triangle that's sticking up. I'm just going to scribble on it because I know I'm going to cut those pieces off. So now when we open it, you can see this little triangle up here that's all scribbled on. And then this line right here. We're going to add glue in this area right here on both sides. And I'm going to use seal because it's going to be nice and strong for a 3D item. So I'm going to go up to that little triangle that I made. Where is it? Probably should have scribbled that a little darker. If you get glue on the edge of this little triangle here, it's okay. We're going to snip that off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I should have drawn my line darker. I can't even see it. And it will disappear when we erase it anyway. So I'll just add some seal here. Okay, so now I have the seal on there. I'm going to flip up my front piece, and while I push that back a little bit, I'm going to carefully make those touch. I have my fingers on the back side here so that it doesn't adhere to the front of the basket until I'm ready. There, right there. And now I can cut these 2 little triangles off. So I'm going to kind of bend these out of the way so I can cut those. And I bet this would look really cool with any of the other patterns in this paper pack too. And maybe even the wood paper that we have too. All right, so we just cut those 2 triangles off, and now I can erase those pencil lines that are right here next to that front piece. You can't even see it. That totally disappears, so you don't even need to do that if you don't want to. Now we're going to do the other side. We're going to leave these flaps on the end for later. So I think this will go together a little bit nicer if we just do one of them at a time. So same thing. We're going to put this like so. Touch those two triangles. Gently set it down on the desk. You can't see what I'm doing, but it's the same thing as before. I'm going to put a little pencil line here. And I can even make it darker this time. Oops. And it's pencil, so if you scribble on your thing, number one, you might not even see it on this paper, but number two, you can erase it. I'm just going to scribble so I can kind of see those little triangles a little bit better. And then draw a line here. Okay. So again, here are my lines here. We've got this whole triangle, this whole corner here that we're going to cut that off. And then I can add glue to the inside panel of this and this side. I love this project. I love making baskets for Easter too. It's just so fun. And this project is, again, like I said, included in our Easter retreat in a box. And the scripture verses are included in that as well. So they'll be already printed for you. All right, so we're going to bend this piece in so it's out of the way. We don't want it to attach too soon. And we're going to point our corners together. This is why I'm not using liquid glue. I like this Stampin' Seal because I can feel like I have a little bit more control and I'm not getting all goopy. All right, so there's that. We can cut off those triangles now. And then I can get rid of those. Come on, where are you? Find the edge. There. Okay, we're getting there. Now these two corners, you're going to point them down so that the top of the triangle or top of the ends kind of point in the same direction. You are going to get a little bit of a notch here in the basket, but that's okay. If you wanted to, you could have these back up and be even bigger, so you'd have less of a notch here. It'd be a little bit smoother, and the handle is going to cover up any gap that you have here. So it's a little bit bigger, but I felt like having it enclosed like this made it a little bit cuter. So, but you can definitely glue it like this. It's just a little bit bigger of a basket. This almost looks like a Noah's Ark too, doesn't it? Super cute. All right, so we don't need to do any marking or anything on this. We're gonna take a peek in the inside here. We have one little tiny corner that doesn't get glue. So I'm gonna put my finger there so that when I open it, I can see there's a triangle here that doesn't get glue. So I'm just gonna add glue everywhere else. Like that. And again, with this side, I'm gonna put my finger where I don't want glue. So I know it's right here. Whoop. Like a little triangle like this. So I'm going to put glue everywhere else. All right, careful as this is flapping around on the table. You don't want it to stick to things it shouldn't. All right, so now I'm going to kind of bend this piece down as I put these pieces together, meet those two pieces in the middle there, and then slowly bring those all together. So there is that side of the basket. We're going to do the other side, and you can see the running weave of the basket is continuing from that 10-inch side all the way around. Doesn't that look so cute with that circle in the middle? I love this so much. Okay, one more time. We're going to do this side. I'm going to put my finger here where I don't want the glue. I'm going to tuck this in so it doesn't flap where I don't want it. I'm going to add my glue in there. I'm just putting these tabs on the inside so that they don't stick while I'm doing the gluing. Now I know again that this little corner here does not get glue, so I'll just add the glue. Okay, so now we can take this back out and meet those top corners together. Like so. Oop, sticking. Sometimes if it sticks down, you can gently peel it back up if you didn't really push on it. So there is our basket. I'm going to pinch it so it sticks real good. So stinking cute, right? Now we have these two pieces that we're going to make for the handles. So I want this piece to be on the back side of this piece, and we are just going to add some tear and tape to the inside here. I feel like this is going to be the easiest. So I want that woven this on the outside, and you can see it on the inside and the outside of this basket because we glued those two handles together, and that also helps with the strength too. If you wanted even more strength, you could cut a piece of 1 inch by 12 inch regular cardstock, or even another piece of DSP that you didn't really need, and then put that on the inside of these two pieces. For this handle, I'm just going to use these two, and I only need to add adhesive to one side because obviously the other side sticks to that. So I don't need to add any adhesive to this piece. So let's push that down and take off our backing. I love tear and tape. So satisfying to peel those off too. All right, so we want to carefully, you could do liquid glue with this if it makes you feel better to do the lining up of these two pieces. It might be a little bit better. So I'm going to slowly put down one little piece at a time. I'm going to kind of pull it so that it can go straight. I'm going to put my head here in the way. Hopefully this is straight. Maybe pinch those sides so that it stays together. I could be doing this completely wrong. You might want to do liquid glue on this, but it seems to be working pretty good. Okay, good. All right, so we have this double piece here, and I'm going to take my bone folder and just curl this and just kind of break up the fibers real gently, getting that to be a curl. The more of the edge of the bone folder you use, the more of a curl you'll get. So there is a nice handle, and it's pretty on both sides. And we're going to add that here and then on the other side. You could do it on the inside too, but I feel like on the outside is nice. And then when you decorate it, it covers up any seams that you have. I am going to, I think I used my seal on the other one, Seal Plus, but we can also use the tear and tape. Either one is nice and strong, and you can use liquid glue as well. So I want to go probably 1.25 inches or so down. So if it matters to you that they are completely even, you can do some measuring. I'm just going to eyeball it because it'll be fine. So about there. Oh, look, we got 5 little stripes on there. I think I'll just use that as a guide. There we go. If anything falls off the end there, you can just roll it back on. And we'll just put that on this side, right in the middle. And then flip it back this way so you can put adhesive on this side. Let's count 5 little stripes again. Just about 5. About 1.25 inches, I think. Okay, let's check. Yeah, about 1.25 inches. All right, so we're just gonna add this to that side. Looks about even. So there is the gist of the whole basket, and then you can decorate it however you'd like. So I hope that you enjoyed this project. I really I had to make a basket, and I really enjoyed this tutorial. Again, that was from Scrapbooking with Me Crafts from 5 years ago, and this is how we're going to be decorating it for the Easter retreat in a box. A little bit of the supplies that we're going to be using, but hopefully you are going to have fun with this as well. Let me put my face back in here. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Again, if you would like the link to sign up for that Easter retreat in a box, let me know. You can message me or email me at debjoysmeak at delightofmyart.com. That's always my email address. And then you can also Facebook message me too. You can find me at Delight of My Art there as well. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye, guys. Oh, and if you want this paper, you can go to orderwithdeb.com and order it.